To be honest with you right now, I'm really tired right now because it's not because of the current situations going on right now with me and the world and with gaming in it or anything like that. It's just because I haven't been able to get a lot of sleep like this summer or in my 20s or in my 21s of days or my days of being like 21. That's all I'm saying. Listen, sleep is very important, okay? It's just very important that everybody needs every child, every adult, every teen, every employee, everybody in the entire world, like every human being and every human being in the entire world at least needs some sleep. How much hours of sleep? I don't know. I would say at least 8, 7 or 9 hours of sleep like every day, like literally. I can't really do the math of how much weeks of how much hours you need sleep for like on a weekly basis because I'm just not very good at math, okay? I mean, I can pull up a calculator right now, but I'm recording a video right now, so sorry. Before I go any further, I just want to say I have insomnia a lot. Like every time when it would actually become nighttime or and every time when it would actually become bedtime, I literally have insomnia like literally every night, like actually. So, yeah. What I do but there are like four factors of like, having insomnia. Hold on, let me go ahead and move my camera up a little bit. Sorry. Okay, hopefully that's good. Anyways, there are basically four factors of insomnia, or like, four causes of insomnia, I should say. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get them out of the way. The first cause of insomnia is like, too much screen time, like at night. Let's say that you're actually on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or anything that you literally just like, want to like, be up to date with the latest news and stuff about like any topic or like any franchise or any subjects or any of the news or anything like that, and you just keep like, doom scrolling, and it's actually really hard for you to get off, and especially when it's actually bedtime and stuff. And then the second factor is what was the second factor? I think the second factor of insomnia is like, thoughts going on in your head. Like, let's say you actually have something in your thought, nothing negative, whether that would actually be positive or negative, but it would actually, but let's say that these thoughts are like, are something that has to do with like, the past, future, or present, or something that actually happened in your day, and you just try your best to like shut your brain off to like, go to sleep and get well rested and stuff, but it just won't even, but it just won't go away and just won't subside when you're literally trying to sleep, and it actually keeps you up at night. So the third factor of insomnia is what was it? The It kind of depends on the environment on and how you actually sleep. I don't know about you, but every time when I would actually sleep in my room, it would actually be kind of hot, depending on the type and the temperature of weather. And I also do have a fan, but it doesn't really help a lot. So, yeah, I mean it's working perfectly fine, but it's just not helping, in my opinion. It's just not helping to like, keep the room cool and just help me fall asleep faster whenever I'm actually in my bed and stuff. And then yeah, let's and the temperatures for, getting in the summer when you're trying to get to sleep, like the warm temperature every summer when you're trying to go to sleep is literally always bad news. But in the wintertime, it's kind of like, the reverse and kind of the opposite when you're literally trying to keep warm and stuff. And then the fourth factor is I'm trying to think of what it is. Give me one sec. Okay, so the fourth factor of like, insomnia is noise and how much noise is actually being produced. Um, noises are kind of annoying, especially when you're actually trying to go to sleep. Like the environmental noises that would actually just be on your house, like house settling or anything, and then you would actually just like hear traffic or like some cars and some sirens and stuff, or even some thunderstorms. It would actually be pretty annoying, and it would actually pretty much be very nerve wracking. So yeah. Now that I actually covered like the form factors of having insomnia, I want to go ahead and just tell you guys how what it's like to literally have no sleep whatsoever. It sucks, man. It's like I every bedtime I would literally just be on my phone for like pretty much a long period of time, whether that would actually be like 1 or 2 hours, and it would actually be very hard for me to like fall asleep on time. Like I get it that and I'm starting to really think that screen time, like too much screen time at night, could actually affect your sleep bases and stuff. And I just refused to listen because I thought because I thought screen time would always be an ally to like keep you busy and stuff. But it is basically a basic factor of distraction and procrastination. I can't believe I actually said that, but still. And then and then literally and then you would actually and then once the information gets transferred into your mind or into your thought process or into your brain, it would actually just hijack your mind. Well, I'm not really sure if I actually said it right, but it can actually come live in your brain, live in your thoughts or in your mind rent free, and it would never go away. People say that they're just thoughts, but I highly disagree with that because if thoughts are just thoughts and if they're harmless, why do they even exist and why won't they even go away? Like they're just really hard to get rid of, like literally. That's saying something from someone who literally has autism and anxiety, especially when you have thoughts about like your thought about your thoughts about like the past, future, or present, or like in the far future or something. Like let's say that you're actually looking forward to the next day and you need to be well rested in order to like have a positive attitude about it, and you literally just decided to stay up late because you're kind of restless at this point. So yeah. um I don't even know what else to say other than just I stay up too late. I stay up like very late until 12 or at least 1. I don't really get that very many hours of sleep like daily, but in rare cases I would actually get very tired and I actually just want to go to sleep at 9 or at 10 and sometimes 11. And let's just say that my sleep schedule isn't normal. That's literally all I'm saying because I literally stay up late until 12, and depending on how long I actually have trouble with falling asleep. It would actually become pretty bad because it would probably be like at least an hour or 50 minutes long. That's all I'm saying. It pretty much sucks, because it's causing depression and causing me to have sadness, and it's like making me become tired and actually take a nap during middays, and it's not really healthy for me. And I don't even think that it's actually healthy for anybody, like as a matter of fact. But like I said, people really need to have sleep, especially everybody. Like no matter what kind of person you are or where you live or who you are or what you do, you need to have sleep, okay? That's literally all I'm saying. But for me, I don't know why, but I just didn't even care that much because there's basically a lot of stuff to do and we all have limited lifespans. That's all I'm saying. We have lifespans for a reason, you know? And also I just want to point this out by saying that did you know that you're more likely to die if you do not get sleep at all? That's literally all I'm saying. Oh jeez. Sorry, I'm just like very tired and I'm very achy. That's all I'm saying. I'm just super stressed about stuff, okay? I'm not too stressed about stuff, but I'm just kind of stressed about, like, my future. Nothing bad, but it's just I'm gonna have a very busy week this week, and yeah, I'm really sorry. But anyways, I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't really feel like running my outro. All in all, I guess the only thing I can actually say is you need sleep. Just get at least 9, 8, or 7 hours of sleep a day, and just whatever your sleep schedule actually looks like, just please do not let it be like very late, okay? Just don't go to sleep until 12 a.m., alright? Just please, like, if you just want to be a healthy, like, person and a good mental health as a person, just please don't stay up, okay? Just don't stay up until midnight. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting really tired. Until then, this is Spark Habit, and I'll catch you guys later.